Good morning, Crossroads South, and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, April 30th, and it is the last day of April. It is a B day today. While we are starting school on time, we are following the delayed opening schedule, which will kick in after testing. So it is a B day for those of you keeping track and going to your correct encores and classes. So a couple of announcements. Let's start with sports first. Number one, we want to give a huge shout out that even though our baseball team and softball team and our boys lacrosse team did not win, I heard they had very good games, so keep on going. I saw a little bit of baseball yesterday, and you guys just got to keep your heads held high. I'm going to tell you this. I was watching something about college recruiters, and they said when they come out to watch athletes, they're not watching to see mistakes made, because everybody's going to make a mistake. Or they're looking for good players. Yes, they're always looking for good players, but they watch to see the player's attitude when something goes wrong. So let's say that, you walk you're the pitcher and you're walking like two batters in a row. If you're defeated and your whole mindset is down, they're looking at that to say that's not somebody who can persevere. They're looking for people who can say, okay, I had a setback. This isn't going well, but let me get my head in the right space and turn it around. So keep thinking about that both in sports, and I'm going to connect that into testing in just a moment. But let's celebrate our tennis team, which had a big win, and our girls lacrosse team, which had a huge win over North Brunswick. So congratulations to those Vikings teams. We are excited for you and looking forward to more sporting events coming up this week. All right, so let's make that connection into mindset. Today is day one of NJSLA. It is our math day. And I was just talking to a few math teachers, and Mr. Gavin said one of his best tips is you have to start with believing you can. If you go in with a mindset and an attitude that you're just going to not do well, I don't like math, I'm not going to try on this test, then you're going to score terribly. It's that simple. You're not going to try, you're not going to do well, you're going to miss things that you need to pay attention to. But if you go in saying, I'm going to kick this test's behind, and I'm going to do a good job, and I'm going to really try my best, then you're going to put forward your best effort. So mindset matters, and your effort matters tremendously. I want to give you another tip. Scrap paper. This is my favorite thing to talk about. If I had to give a top secret to every middle school principal in the state and in the nation about how to improve your test scores, it's maximize scrap paper. Your scrap paper is your friend. I've already folded this scrap paper. I'm giving you a little tutorial. This is your graph paper that you'll be getting today and tomorrow and the next day for math. This is your graph paper. Fold it in half again. I'm going to try and do this one-handed here. Fold it in half again. Fold it in half again. All right, let's see if I can do this here. And you're going to have these little work boxes. That way you can keep your problems together. I taught this trick to my own son because he's terrible. Don't tell him. Don't send him this video. He is terrible at transferring information from the computer screen to his scrap paper and then back to the screen. And when we were looking at, reviewing his tests and things like that, he made computational errors, simple errors. Conceptually, he understood all of the math. It was these kinds of errors where he just wasn't paying attention to where the problem was that he was working on. So you open your paper. If you need to, you can mark it with the lines, but now you have these workspaces. I am looking at your scrap paper. Last year, we had some clear winners of people who really utilized their scrap paper and did a great job. So scrap paper matters. They are collected as part of your testing materials, so make sure that you have it there. Label the problem so you know which one you're working on. Those are my tips for today. And everybody take a deep breath. I want to thank the Makerspace Club and Mrs. Rousseau because they made me a nice little calming jar. So take a look about that. Take a look at the glitter in there. A nice little calming jar to relax on NJSLA. Day one. I'll be back on in a little bit to share some tips and instructions about testing and how we're getting our devices. For now, have an awesome day, and let's stand for the salute to our flag. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Have an awesome day, and here's some good luck from our positive potato. Whoop! Have a great day, Crossroads.